there's been some progress. Hey, I am Chuck the Bureaucrat, and today we're going to take our quarterly look at the VA claim backlog. Now, real quick, for people who are new to this data, the VA publishes a detailed claim spreadsheet once a week. It's called the Monday Morning Workload Report, and it provides a mind-boggling amount of information. The VA converts this information into some of their own custom slides that, show their progress, but I'm a little finicky about these line charts. With the help of you guys, I've been trying to dig deeper into this data to answer the questions that veterans actually have, and maybe not just look at things from the perspective that the VA wants to use. And, in fact, one of the things that we are going to look at more closely later today is this average days to complete. Anyways, first things first, let's look at the total inventory, which is just over 950,000. It has been coming down slowly, but not as fast as when the PACT Act kicked in, and that's that shaded orange area that begins in early 2023. You can see the red bars representing claims pending over 125 days has been coming down, but then all of a sudden it went up a bit in the last quarter. I also like to point out that red dotted line that represents the percentage of claims over 125 days. And the point here is that the VA has gotten that percentage, kind of close to pre-COVID levels. So it appears that they are, trying to attack the longest and most frustrating claims. Of course, because of the PACT Act, the VA has been dealing with an increased number of supplemental claims. And while it looks like they've been chipping away at that workload, it's a big job. It took years for that inventory to build, and it looks like it's not going to go down as fast as it went up. One of the other things that's interesting here is that the complexity of claims has been on the rise. This chart focuses on initial claims, where solid blue represents claims with 7 or fewer issues, and slashed blue represents claims with more issues. You can see that the percentage of claims with 8 or more issues, that's the red dotted line, has climbed from around 30% to above 40%. And now, these next two charts are the result of you guys asking me to get more out of this data. This first one looks at the pending status, and the two bars that are most telling are the green and the red. The green bar represents claims pending evidence, and if you're tracking your claim through the VA website, those are the claims at step 3. And the red bars represent claims at step 5, pending a decision. The reason this is interesting is that for a very long time, up until about 2021, claims spent most of their time at step 3, and there were very few claims languishing around pending decision. But around the end of 2021, it was kind of like the VA changed their policy and just left claims at step 5 for whatever reason. Now, the reason I bring this up is because the VA website still says that the most time-consuming step in the whole process is step 3. But more than a few of you have said that you're spending a lot of time stuck at that step 5. I'm not sure that this chart does anything to fix your problem, but hopefully it shows you that your experience may be part of a larger trend. It's an agency-wide policy, and most importantly, it's not the result of something that's wrong with your individual claim. This last chart breaks down that metric about the average days to complete a claim. The VA will say that the average is like 139.9, which I assume is true, but there are 3 kinds of claims that the VA deals with, and those claims have different processing times. Your run-of-the-mill compensation, including all those supplemental claims, are close to the average because, they represent the vast majority of all claims. VA pension claims take a bit longer, but that's partly because VA pensions collect a lot of personal financial information. But the good news is that claims submitted through the Benefits Delivered at Discharge program, BDD, appear to have much shorter processing time, which should be a relief for those getting ready to retire from the military. And now, before we wrap up, I want to comment on something that I've been seeing recently in some YouTube videos. Basically, there have been people claiming that the VA is dragging their feet in making decisions on claims in an effort to delay payment, in effect, to pay vets less. And look, I do not know what the new administration is going to do, but I do know this. The effective date when a payment starts for a claim isn't based on when the decision is made. The effective date generally is when the claim was submitted. And if you want to see all the different unique situations that can influence that effective date, watch this video.